So we'll start just loosening up. Or shaking wrists and elbows to loosen up. Then shaking the whole body. I'm going to adjust my computer screen because it looks like I'm totally in the dark. I don't know why it does it. Here we go. So for next week, I'm going to stick to the same schedule as this week. And see what happens with 9 a.m. Classes. And Tuesday we were doing Qigong for health. And the Wednesday we are doing the seasonal Qigong for the lungs. And no, wait a minute. Wednesday we were doing Qigong for health. Thursday we were doing Qigong for lungs. And Friday we were doing 8 pieces of brocade. And I got somebody new to admit. Okay. Okay. Now let's bring the feet together and loosen up the knees. Change direction. And now we'll do the ankles. Change direction. Now the other foot. and change direction. Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. is going to be Tai Chi Ball Qigong. I'm going to go through the whole curriculum on solo Tai Chi Ball. So we'll be doing that for several weeks. And hopefully people will join in. Otherwise, I'll just be recording it for the Vimeo site. Okay, now let's start off with some 4 gates breathing to get the chi moving, and then we're going to go into white crane soft Qigong. Okay, so with the hands at waist height, palms facing the ground, elbows and wrists not too sharply bent. So we don't want to be like this or like this, because sharp bends like that in the joints will inhibit the flow of chi. We have intention to move the chi strongly. So 4 gates breathing has the foundation of reverse abdominal breathing. So as we inhale, place your mind in the center of your lower abdomen. Gently pull in on the lower abdomen and gently lift the perineum. Visualize that you're drawing in breath and chi through the 4 gates. And of course those 4 gates are Lao Gong and Yang Chuan at the bottoms of the feet. Exhale, place your mind under the hands and feet. Gently push out on the lower abdomen, gently push down on the perineum, and visualize breath and chi flowing out through the hands and feet into the earth. Inhale, mind in the lower dantian, abdomen in, perineum up, breath and chi flowing in through the 4 gates into the lower dantian. And exhale, mind under the hands and feet. You might imagine your hands and feet are pressing into the earth. Perineum gently down, abdomen gently out. Visualize breath and chi flowing out through the 4 gates into the earth. Inhale, mind in the lower dantian. Abdomen in, perineum up. Breath and chi flowing in through the 4 gates to the lower dantian. Exhale, mind under the hands and feet, perineum gently down, abdomen gently out, breath and chi flowing out through the 4 gates. Now continue at your own pace with long, slow, deep, even breaths. And 4 gates breathing. Remember, the tip of your tongue should be lightly touching the roof of your mouth, in the place where the roof of your mouth is most ticklish or sensitive. We're doing the 4 gates breathing to help balance the chi, the vital energy inside your body, and to help boost its circulation. Because when your vital energy is balanced and can move freely, your health will be good. It's normal to feel sensation in the hands and feet when you exhale. Now, we'll begin with sideward spreading and encourage you to continue the 4 gates breathing. So we'll inhale and exhale. And downward spreading, inhale and exhale. Upward spreading, in and out. Downward spreading, in and out. In and out. White crane soft Qigong is extremely relaxed. Very gentle movements. As you inhale and bring the arms in, also sink the chest. And as you exhale, then you open the chest. In and out. In and out. Now let's switch to up and down, spreading in and out. In and out. In and sink the chest. And out. Expand the chest. All, of course, in very soft movements. In and out. Now, let's go to swimming octopus. In and out. In and out. And now, left and right flying. In, out. In, out. You should feel the movement start at the bottoms of the feet, with everything connected out to the tips of your fingers. Gradually expand the size of the movements. Out. In, out. In, out. And we bring the fingertips to touch over the head. Watch the movement start in the feet and move up to the shoulders, and then on up and out the arms. We'll gradually reduce the size of the left and right flying movements. And we'll transition to external to internal circular flying. In and out. In and out. Now, in previous lessons, I've told you that White Crane Flying Gong does not have a yin and yang, and therefore does not have a prescribed breathing pattern. And that's true, except that now we're doing 4 gates breathing. And so when the arms go out, that should be exhale. When they come in, that should be inhale. And that is the most compatible pattern for doing the 4 gates breathing with the Flying Gong. So we go up to shoulder height, and that's as high as we go. Remember that our hands can be palm vertical, palm down horizontal, or a mix of vertical and horizontal. Now, let's rock. I'm going to take 1 Tai Chi step forward. In and out. Rear foot's at a 45-degree angle to straight ahead. Front foot points straight ahead or slightly to the inside of straight ahead. Weight shifting from 60 or 70% on the front to 60 or 70% on the back. Change legs. Step the front foot back to even stance. Gradually reduce the size of the circular flying movements. And now we'll go to straight backwards flying. Inhale, Inhale, exhale. And step 1 foot forward. Inhale here, exhale here as we rock. Change feet. Back to even stance. Gradually reducing the size of the movements. Now, forward and backward, alternate single wing fly. We go up to shoulder height. Breathing pattern, do whatever feels natural. I like inhaling when the hands are out here. Feels very good on the lungs. Doesn't really go very well with 4 gates breathing though. And step 1 foot forward. And let's do this opposite side, hand and knee forward. So opposite side, hand and knee forward. Change feet. And again, opposite side, hand and knee forward. Step back to even stance. Gradually reduce the size of the movements. Okay, let's take a few minutes to do something different. We're going to massage the lung channel. So, lung channel goes from lung 1 here down the thumb side of the inner arm, like so. And there's a point in here in the elbow crease. And it's right next, when you bend your elbow like this, you'll feel tendon in here. That's the tendon that hooks to the, connects to the bicep. And on the outside of that tendon, by outside I mean the thumb side, you find a point, because lung, point called Chize. So hold that point with your thumb, pressing in with about 15 pounds of pressure, and you're going to feel an ache when you're on the point, okay? And I want to say this is lung 5, but I'm not sure that my memory is accurate on that count, but it is the point that's Chize in pinyin, okay? This is a very good point for lung problems. So we hold for about 30 seconds with about 15 pounds of pressure. It's also good for the classic tennis elbow tendonitis. Then we also have a corresponding point on the other arm. So if we bend the elbow and go in there and find that tendon, there it is. You know, it's, if you run your thumb up and down, it's this like ropey thing that goes upward towards your bicep and down in towards your elbow. So that's the tendon. And then to the thumb side of that, yes, there's the point that I'm talking about. So again, 15 pounds of pressure for about 30 seconds. This is good for heat in the lungs. Now, what does that mean in plain English? It means like colds and irritation from asthma or allergies. So of course remember that the fall season is the season in which the lungs are the organ that we pay attention to because of their vulnerability to the dryness in the fall. Now, if we look at the lung channel, lung 1's right here, an inch below the collarbone in the valley where you have the deepest depression between the shoulder and the chest. So an inch below the collarbone and then right in that valley. That's your lung 1. And you've probably been to a class where I've talked about the massaging, the energy massage using the Qi and Lao Gong, Faraday's law of magnetic induction, to stimulate the flow of Qi in the channel. Well, there are a couple of other massage techniques you can use as well. And one is called Pai Da, P-A-I-D-A, Pai Da. And it's simply patting. And in the case of the lung channel, because the lung qi flows this way, down the arm, we want to pat down the arm. So there's 2 levels of patting. One is called scholar patting. It's kind of what I'm doing now. The other kind of patting is called martial patting. You probably get the picture here of what martial patting is going to look like. No, don't do that unless you really feel like you want to. Okay, so martial patting is just short of bruising. All right, so this brings qi to the surface. It helps break up qi stagnation and improve qi flow. You can use patting along the channel, or you can pat to particular points. So here I am back at lung 5. Doing martial patting on qis. That's C-H-I-Z-E, not Chi-H, not C-H-E-E-S. E, cheese. Okay, now let's do the other side. So scholar patting down the lung channel on the other side of the body. Okay, so you may now feel tingling along the lung channels and maybe even here in the chest area as well from that patting. Okay, I wish I could point you to a source for this, but it seems to be kind of a little known technique. Part of Qigong self-care and self-massage, like acupressure. Okay. Now, let's do the swimming octopus. We pull the fingers back and open up the palms, then pull the fingers together and stretch the palms. This one doesn't really work with 4 gates because you can't lead the qi past the wrist because the wrist here is tense, and here also. In order to spread the fingers, the wrist will tense up. So and one of my favorite wrist exercises is the downward dropping. Years ago, I had a fall on ice and caught myself like this and broke a couple of bones in the wrist. And so when I do the downward dropping, I often get a nice adjustment of the bones. It feels quite good. So inhale, exhale. There it was, did you hear it? In and out. Now, even though we're working mainly on the wrists, the whole body should be connected here, from the bottoms of the feet to the tips of the fingers. In and out. And this really won't work very well with 4 gates breathing either because of the tension on the wrist here. One more round. Now, let's try circular flying. Circular flying, we're going to do two modes of circular flying. So we're going to do double wing. Double wing is the two hands will be together, and then single wing, alternate single wing, they'll be like this. Okay. So double wing, and yeah, this is a lot like Tai Chi ball, all right? Except when we go to alternate single wing, you can't do that with the ball. So, alternate single wing forward circular flying. Notice as I bring my hands up, wrists drop, and then, well, in the, no, the fingers drop. Fingers drop, and as I lower my hands down, the wrists drop. So the wrists are very relaxed. Okay, so it's in and out. And yeah, you can do 4 gates with this pattern. In, out. In and out. It's okay to close your eyes if you've got the pattern in your mind. Now step 1 foot forward and we'll rock. Change legs. Come back to even stance. Gradually reduce the size of the circles. And we'll switch to backward circular flying, just like this. Or if it were Tai Chi ball, we would say underhand circling. Now the fingers drop out here and the wrists drop here. And we only go up to shoulder height. Step 1 foot forward. Change legs. Step back to even stance. Gradually reduce the size of the movements. Now, alternate single wing, backward circular flying. Now, what I'm going to do for breathing patterns, I'm going to do a breath cycle on each arm. In, out, in, out, like so, okay? And gradually make the circles larger. Step 1 foot forward. We'll do same side, arm and leg forward. Same side, arm and leg forward. Change legs. Same side, arm and leg forward. Step back to even stance. Gradually make the circle smaller. And switch to forward. Alternate single wing forward, circular flying. Step 1 foot forward and same side, arm and leg forward. Step the front foot in, change legs. Step back to even stance. Gradually reduce the size of the circles. Okay, and we'll end with the Soothe the Long Gong. Soothe the Long Gong is like this. So remember, Long One is here, here. We're going to inhale and exhale. So with very relaxed movements, we're actually going to massage the one lung point, the lung one point, by opening up the shoulders and then closing the shoulders. Inhale back, exhale forward. And of course that's the Qigong treatment for asthma or irritation in the bronchial tubes in the front of the lungs. Remember, if you know somebody who has asthma, we do 50 repetitions 3 times a day. Inhale with the shoulders back, exhale with the shoulders forward. Within 3 to 6 months, the person should notice a significant improvement in the asthma condition. No side effects. Well, except maybe that your shoulders will get more relaxed and looser. But yeah, and the prescription there, that doesn't cost anything, okay? So double your money back if it doesn't work. And I went to the allergist 3-4 weeks ago, and she said, with all the allergies I have, I should have asthma. I should have developed asthma because I've had the pollen allergies since 77, when I moved to Columbus, Ohio. Great place for allergies. So, yeah, but I didn't. I don't have asthma. I still have the allergies though. So, Qigong. Qigong. All right.